Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Deep Sky Farms, and welcome back to Mason County. In our last episode, we came out here and we did a little bit of preliminary cleanup work around the pasture here and got things tidied up for the sheep and made a little bit of room. Got it looking like somebody actually lives here, which is good because your feedback, we got the request by the trailer park, do some forestry, so that's what we're going to do. So that means what we're going to do is we're going to start moving our operation from where it is in town out here. Which I've tried that on one of the test saves and it works pretty well. I've got a pretty big setup. The one thing that I'm going to do differently though is I'm going to start by not putting in a sawmill here on the property. We actually own, over up on the top right corner of the map, we own, it's called the Old Sawmill. All it does is wood beams, but that's okay because that will feed into our other production that we own, which is the wood dryer, which makes dried planks, dried wood. This one here, the wood dryer, it does take wood beams to make dry lumber. And then that can go from there over into up carpentry. Actually, carpentry takes wood too, but it will take wood beams and it will also take dry lumber to make floor tiles and shingles. So later on, once we get that rolling, we're going to do the math on it and see how that particular production chain works. But we're going to, for a change, we're not going to we're not going to put in a sawmill. Maybe. I might put in a firewood processor here, though, just so we don't have to drag it to the firewood processor in the middle of the bush. But we'll see. So, let's get to it, I guess. Let's get to it. Map menu. And come down here. So, this is the trailer park here. Ignore the course play field. And what we need to do is we're going to buy this whole area here, and it's just chock full of timber. We also have this timber stand up here, and we're going to do a little bit of infrastructure and road building through here. But that's going to happen later, so we want to buy this part here. But we don't have quite enough money for it, but that's okay. Because what we do have in our forestry machines, we've got about $500,000-ish sitting here. And I don't feel bad about selling these. I've tried them. I'm not crazy about them. And we can play with stuff that I like better. We are going to come over here, and I just sold the forwarder and the processor. Hope I have it loaded in, because otherwise I'm going to look like a tool. So we need a processor, a grapple, and this here. And actually, before we buy all of that, let's buy our farmland. Let's buy our trailer park and hope all of this works out. Okay. So what that's going to get us is all this stuff here, and we're going to move our house down here. Okay. How are we doing for cash now? We still have 422,000. That's good. So like I said, we need something to process the wood. Whoop, too far. We need a processor head. I'll take that. I've never seen that sitting up on end. And we're going to grab this grapple for now. I kind of like it. I may switch it out. There's a whole whack of grapples in the pack. And we're going to grab this one here. This is our processor. How are we doing for cash? $208,000. Do we have enough to buy the buncher and the head? Probably not. Because the buncher itself is $200,000, and I don't have the buncher head loaded in. But I seem to remember it's around $50,000, and I don't want to wipe us out completely. So, let's go, let's do a little bit of fast travel and see what we've picked up. We'll see you up at the store. It's raining. It's raining, so we got this thing. This is a pretty nice piece of kit. I like it anyway. So we're going to, well, I need to turn that on, and I need to turn this on. Wait, this is already on. No, it's not. It's just sitting weird. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna drive these back to the house, and I'm not gonna float them back. We'll pretend that we floated them back. If you want to, that's how we got there. We rented a float. So there's our grapple. All that good stuff. Turns, yep. Opens, closes. All right, let's get this back to where we're going to start working. Okay, so we got the backbone of our logging operation right here. This is probably one of the most important pieces of kit that we could buy. And if you're wondering why I swapped out the ones that came with the map, it's because I've spent a lot of time playing with the FDR stuff on the FDR maps, and these are new. These are basically what he did was he went and redid all the physics of the trees and the equipment so that it would work and feel as realistic as you could get in this game. And honestly, it did, and I kind of got spoiled. So when I went back to try and use the vanilla equipment, it just didn't. It was really, really challenging. I didn't enjoy the experience at all. So then, conveniently, about the time I was thinking about putting this series together, FDR came out with a new line of equipment which had the physics redone again to work with normal weight vanilla trees. So we're going to try it out. We're going to see how it works. I've done some testing on it. I like it a lot. It behaves the way I would expect it to. So, that being said, this is now our land over here. This is our trailer park, and this is our trees. And what I did on my test save was I started cutting down all of these trees here and putting in field as we went. And I think that's roughly what the plan is going to be here as well. We're going to take down all of these trees and we're going to put in, I don't know, maybe poplar, maybe sugarcane, who knows. I do want to put poplar in on this map. Oh, we've got a poplar field to look at too. Thank you for reminding me, whoever that was. So this whole area we own all the way back over to these hills over here roughly, and this is all dead, kind of swampy looking wood. So we're going to clear this out and we're going to put new trees in. We're going to plant, I think this is about the extent of where we are. Yep, this is about the extent of where we own. So everything back to here roughly is what we're going to get into. And all of this to the right here is going to turn into either field or we replant it with trees, or both. Or some combination thereof. I mean, we want to keep things nice for the trailer park. There we go. So, and we'll come back up here. This is ours too. One thing that we are going to do is we are going to get out here with the brush hog and get this cleaned up. This is going to take forever. I'll do that off camera. Is we're going to come up here and we're going to cut our road access along the railroad tracks here, just to give us a little bit of a shortcut in and out of the place, because we will make the run to the cow barn a little bit less of a journey through town, or going around the long way all the way around the trailer park. So that's on the list of things to do. And that may be one of the first things that happens, or I might do it off camera. We'll see. Oh, watch that concrete. And the other thing that we're going to do over time is we're going to move our farming equipment out here. Just to centralize everything. We'll keep that field downtown. Watch out for the heat train. We'll keep our field downtown, but we're going to move most of our operations out here. And we are going to cut a road through here. Let's see if I can navigate it in this. I've tried it before, and I've cut the road before. And it gave a whole whack of trees. So, yeah, we're going to cut a road through here to connect up out here. And once we do get into forestry, this is kind of like in a big way. We're going to set up here. We're going to set up here. This is going to be our main landing here. All right, so let's get ourselves back and back to the farm. I'm just going to pause. I'll see you back at the farm. Or maybe I won't. Let's go through here. I think I want horses. How do y'all feel about horses? I know not many people run them because they're not really a money-making thing. But I think with the forest that we've got here... Wow, yeah, it's so easy to get turned around in there. It's pretty dense. I think with the forest that we got here, I think horses could be, well, fun to mess around with. And it would be something different than running on the gator. Watch out for the train. No train. We just don't have a spot to put them yet. Although, I wonder, did I load up that little horse barn? We're going to go into a build segment here, because we got some building to do. I just want to check and see. Horses. I had one called Small Horse Pasture that I was going to put on Green Mountain. This, yeah, that'll work. That'll work. I've also got the expandable pastures thing. Maybe we'll put the expandable pastures in on the other side. But I do like this small horse barn. Okay. Not what I wanted to do first. What I want to do first is get some money coming in. Because even though we have $200,000 left, I want to keep that going. These are going to come in at some point too. This is from the Backyard Woodshop series. They were just released, like just released. I haven't checked them out. I don't know how they work. What does it have coming in? Oops, sorry. We've got planks. Looks like empty pallets, something, and we got furniture. Oh, and it produces water? You know what? For $11,000, I kind of want it. And that produces wood chips. I mean, that's fair enough. I kind of want to see what these are all about. To me, this seems like it wants to be here. This will give us access on both sides. Do like that. Now, I said I wasn't going to put a sawmill in, but we're going to put in one of Josh's sawmills down here because it's pretty cheap. And, okay, is that going to... Yeah, we want to do it like that. Okay. And it seems like it goes with this production. So we'll put our little wood miser down here. And what I am going to do with this, I've been thinking about doing it for a couple of days now. I just haven't gotten to it. I'm going to drop into it and have it produce firewood as well. And actually, anything that takes empty pallets should produce firewood. Okay, so that's that. Next step is, while we're in the production menu, I'm going to scroll right down to the end right here. This is something that I'm working on. It's a multi-purpose production shed, and it's going to go in right up here. And the reason I'm putting it right up in here is so that if I decide that I need to do an auto drive thing on it, it'll just work. It's not going to be a challenge. So we're going to hop in, and the production shed, we're going to turn it on. Actually, it's already turned on. This is a production shed. It does seeds, liquid fertilizer, a couple of different ways, solid fertilizer, fruit and veg, hydrated lime, liquid herbicide, and heat. It makes heat because some of these processes require heat as inputs, especially lime. I know I've talked about this before on different series, but take stones, heat them up, blah, 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 hand waving, you get lime out of it. So we need heat. So the first couple of things that we're getting out of this is we're getting solar. We're getting electric charge from solar. See, it's already working. And we've got rainwater collection going because that's already started. It's raining out. So we're already collecting rainwater in it. The other thing that we're going to do on it is we're going to turn on our water well. And we've got a couple of different ways of powering the water well. We can do propane, methane, diesel, or electric. And there should be just enough electric charge being produced to run the water well and fill our water storage. It'll take a little while, but hopefully the rain will help us out. Let's get the water well filling up, because the next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to get our geothermal going. Yeah, there we go. Water's going. Next up on our production list is some greenhouses. And the ones that I've picked up are from the Orchards and Greenhouses Production Revamp Edition. And in my opinion, oh, don't crack the mic too hard. In my opinion, these are absolutely beautiful. These are such good looking models. So we're going to put in, how much money do we have? We got a bunch of money left. No, not a bunch of money, but enough money to put in some greenhouses. And these are going to be our primary cash generators while we're getting everything else up and running. So we're going to put one there. And I'm not too worried about putting them too close together because I'm going to be selling directly and distributing with them. One there. And we can get one in there. And then we're going to put in a Production Revamp greenhouse from the Production Revamp pack. Can I get it in there? Because these ones here, they do tree saplings. Okay, we've got some space down here. And I'm only going to put in... Yeah, I'm going to put in... and I have to be careful about where I put these because I don't want to block the triggers. I really want... You know what? Let's just be careful and we'll kind of shove it in right about here. The fronts won't line up. See, it's the same base model, but the accessories they've added to it are fantastic. Yes, I'm excited about greenhouses. Leave me alone. Yeah, right there. And can we get a second one in here? I think we might have to spin the second one around the corner. I have to put the second one down here. There. Yeah, so in addition to doing tree saplings, these here, they'll also do all the regular stuff. And I forget, does this... I'll come back and name them later. But what I wanted to do was look at my greenhouses. And, oh, these are not rainwater collectors. I should fix that. Same thing with... Yeah, these are the tree saplings. These ones are rainwater collectors. You can see that right here. So as it rains, it's going to start collecting water. So we're going to activate all of these. activate all of these, even though we don't have water yet. See, now what these take in for production is they need water, and then our boosters are fruit and vegetable fertilizer and compost. And we'll get to that. That's going to be the next thing going in. But first we're going to have to do a water run to get these going. And we're just going to have a quick look at the backyard shed thing that we set up. There's our wood miser. Oh, small shed. Okay, so it takes planks, nails, wood beams, and empty pallets. Okay, and it produces fence panels, workbench, small sheds, and water. Okay. So planks and wood beams we can make. Empty pallets we have a production for. Nails. How much are nails? Let's buy some nails and just have them in stock. That's the other thing about Production Revamp, is you can just buy production inputs, which is mighty handy. All right, almost there. Last thing to go in is some compost production. And that is a little, there it is. Small composter. This here takes in grass and organic waste. These things here produce organic waste. Kind of cool. That's the coffee cup looking thing. And they produce, this takes all of that stuff and makes compost out of it. I am planning on rewriting these to make it a little bit neater for Production Revamp. We're going to put one in here. And I'm going to put one in up. I think I'm going to put one in up by the shed here. Yeah, I can do that. And that will be good here because I do need a little bit of space in front of this. And I don't want to have triggers too close to one another either. So let's just put this right here. There. All right. Last up. And I promise this is the last thing. From the Orchards and Greenhouses Revamp Edition is our orchard. And we're going to start with the apple orchard. And this will sit right in here. Right there. And you know what? We're going to put in a second apple orchard. And we're going to put that in right about. See if we can get it right here. There. And the reason we are going to put in the pear and apricot and these ones here later. We can't do it right now because we don't have sugar, so we would just be sitting on these for a while. But yeah, we've got 2 apple orchards now. Now, back into our production menu. See, the production mode here is seasonal. And what that means is they only run, I think, if I remember correctly, the apple orchard runs from May through September, I think. Can't remember. But again, takes water, fruit and veg fertilizer, and compost. As the fruit and veg and compost are boosters, and we get apples out of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to check our shed, see how are we doing for water in this thing. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. But that's okay. Oh, actually, the other thing we want to put in... We've got our shed, but do I want to... let's put it in. Let's head over to the house, or our new house. Over on the other side. Hang on a sec. And this is our new house here. It doesn't have a sleep trigger. I'll have to pick one up and put that in. I don't think it does. Does it have one inside? No, it does not. It does not. All right, that's fine. That's fine. And around the back, we're going to have to pick up a lawnmower. This looks like septic, I guess, maybe? Or bomb shelter or something? Storage shed? Yeah, we do need a lawnmower here. Locked. Oh, actually, keep our eyes on the ground for collectibles. There's a ton of collectibles on this map. I think I've gone on about that before. A sink in the garage? All right. Fair enough. Okay. That's pretty cool. All right. So we need a mower. And we need, while we're here, I believe it was in containers. I'm going to put in the tap down here. Yeah. We want to make it a little bit challenging to get to. A little bit challenging to get to, but not ridiculously annoying. And we don't need any of this. Oh, actually, but what we do need back over at the farm, there's some terraforming that's going to happen around here. I don't know if you've looked at the landscape or not, but we do need our little poly bin right here. Right there. Okay. All right. A couple of minutes, and I think that's about it for building. I'm just going to clean this up around here a little bit. Throw some plants in. Oh, I didn't throw in the slurry thing. That is under production. Is it under production? Yes, there it is. Slurry pit. This is the slurry pit for the sheep barn. For some reason, Giants decided that sheep don't produce manure. They do. Having shoveled a couple of sheep barns myself, they do produce manure. I'll clean that up like that. And is it dirt? Yeah, it's dirt. And there's going to be a lot of organic stuff happening in here. Do. And how about one of these? Yeah. That's a little bit overkill. I'll just sketch some grass in around it. And do the same thing here. Okay. That's it for building. And we're going to paint in our gravel. Yeah, right like that. And we're going to clean up our little gravel strip along here. And I think I might grass that in. You know what? I think we're going to grass this in. I'm not going to put in any foliage along here, but we're just going to paint grass on it. I might throw some bushes along the back. Yeah, that looks pretty solid. All right, and back with the gravel to clean up what we did. There we go. Awesome. Awesome. Let's go and have a look at what we did. And we've got some hay and grass waiting for the sheep. We'll turn this on. Yeah, slurry pit. Activate. Because we're going to need that slurry. I haven't made a manure pit that does that yet. I'm working on it. It's on the list. But I think that was a big oversight. We should do one for the chickens too, like a small manure pit for the chickens, because again, chickens poop too. And again, having shoveled out a chicken barn, I can attest that they do. Okay, so here's what we've got. This is looking pretty respectable here now. It's looking less vacant. Gonna need to bring some water in and get all of this up and running. But we've made some good progress today. We've got the bones of our forestry set up. We've got our production set up here. We have our composters. And we've got a little bandsaw mill. I'm not too worried about this. What I'm going to do on the bandsaw mill is I'm going to turn it down, the production on it, so that it's not, it's good. We're going to saturate it pretty quickly. This is cool. I don't know how it makes water out of all this, but whatever. Yeah, I'm going to turn down the production on the bandsaw mill so that we end up having to take most of our stuff over. And this is just going to be a low bandwidth thing that feeds this and the production shed. Because the production shed, it will burn wood chips, and this produces wood chips. And I don't want to be trucking wood chips back and forth across the map. Although, we'll see. We'll see how we go. Double check. Do we have diesel in our tank? Oh, let's put some diesel in our tank. Put in 1,000 liters. Okay. Good. So, on our next episode, we're going to start cutting trees. We're going to start working our way around over into there, feeding our mills and getting that going. And hopefully our rainwater will top up some of our water tanks here. Get that going. And I never did place that horse barn. Did I? Oh. I forgot about beeves. We need bees. Bees are the ultimate in low maintenance production. You don't have to feed them. You don't have to water them. You just turn them on and let them do their thing. And a little bit right there. And we're going to put our honey pickup right there. Cool. All right. We'll turn our speed back up. I don't know why I turned that down. There. Okay. Everything is back up and running. Water should be filling up. And the bees are going to start doing the thing. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for coming out. I hope this was an exciting one for you. It was an exciting one for me. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start enjoying the fruits of our investment. So, until next time, we will see you. If you like what we're doing, leave us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. If you really like what we're doing, why not consider subscribing to the channel? Also, I realized that I should have been doing this before. If you're into Minecraft, check out my friend Otter's channel. It's Otter Plays. I'll leave a link down in the description. They do a lot of Minecraft multiplayer building. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I watch it regularly. I'm on one of their servers. It's fun. So, we'll catch you later. Take care of yourselves, y'all.